Hi everyone, my name's Yolanda Melody. I'm an independent music artist from the UK. Today we're going to talk about a bunch of stuff that you can watch on Netflix because I'm not really the person that goes for the typical popular mainstream films. You know what, it's actually getting really hot, so I'm actually going to take this hoodie off. That's better. Okay, so I've written them all down. My taste in films is quite dark and I need something that's going to make me think. I can't just have something that's easy watching. I appreciate cinematography, I appreciate films that have more substance to them, ones that leave you thinking and ones that have got a message behind them. So if you're not interested in any of that, then that's fine. Just click off. Or you could stick around for my personality. You do you. Okay, so I really wanted to come up with 10, but I came up with 7. Because most of the films that I really liked have now been taken off Netflix. Why do you do that? Why? Like, we like the films, don't take them from us. And why also, let me just interject, why do they give you a series, get you hooked, and then you're waiting and waiting and waiting for series 2, and it never happens? Never. Only if 90% of the population enjoy it and it's easy watching or it's mainstream friendly. But if it's actually something thought-provoking and something that's a bit more niche, it gets taken down. Why? This pisses me off. Anyway, so I'm going to start off with one that I think not many people have watched. Let me just get a hold of the synopsis. So I don't want to give you any spoilers, you know. Okay, so the synopsis is: friends visiting a lavish island retreat sample... There should be a full stop there. Friends visiting a lavish island retreat sample a designer drug that removes all inhibitions and control, but ignore warnings to never take it again. There's been a few people that have kind of said, oh, this is a load of trash, like, what is this? This is a mess. I actually find that it's very unique and it just gets crazy. It gets absolutely mental. The concept, I think, is quite unique, and someone did say that you struggle to like any of the characters. Yeah, that's kind of true, but nonetheless, it's still entertaining. I like the fact that it's quite dark, but it's also quite comical. I haven't watched it in quite a long time, so I think this might be one that I'm going to revisit at some point, seeing as I've got all this time on my hands. Okay, this next one is Circle. Not The Circle, because I noticed that there is actually another film called The Circle. Yeah, that's not the one. Insert picture here. Now, I'm pre-warning you, there's literally one room and they never leave that room. There is no other set in this film. You're not going to get loads of variety when it comes to the visuals, but when it comes to the psychological aspect, you've really got to hand it to the producers and the writers that they keep you so interested throughout the whole thing. With this film, it's all about the content. It's all about the script and how tense it is. It's quite amazing how they can build up that tension and they never leave that room. Some of the things in this film are quite taboo. You've got all of these different people in a room. They've got their defining factors, their age, their ethnicity, their social status, gender, and they're put into a scenario where it's like a game and they've got to pick who's going to die next. Pretty sure that's what it is anyway. Hold on. It really has been a few years since I've seen this film. Okay, yeah. When a group of strangers is seized and awaits execution, they face the impossible task of choosing the one person among them worthy of being spared. It's a really good film. You should watch it. Okay, this next one I had to double check because I saw the picture and I was like, is that the right film? But I can confirm it. The one that I'm thinking of, it's the same film. Anyway, the next film is The Invitation. This is gonna be so relatable if you are into the New Age movement, if you are spiritual, and if you've come across the same type of jargon that they use, like the crystals and we are all abundance and we're heading into a different dimension. Manifestation, abundance. We are all just vessels embodying the human experience. Yeah, before I get slated on here, I used to be like that, so... And I still believe the same things, you know. Anyway, enough about me. We're talking about the film. Okay, so yeah, it's tense, it's very relatable for anyone who understands the New Age movement. I don't want to give away the plot at the end. It's like being invited to a dinner party and then you have that eerie feeling like this isn't just a dinner party, they're trying to get me signed up for something. I'm not going to say any more. Okay, next one I have actually recently watched, so I can actually talk about it and not have to keep thinking, oh, did that happen? Did that happen? Yeah, so the next one is Horsegirl. You've probably seen it come up on Netflix. It's been recently added. I do believe that it is an independent film. It is very, very unique. Very artistic. Again, very relatable for any conspiracy theorist out there. As dark as it is, you'll probably watch it and you'll probably find that there's a lot of humour in it because it's so relatable. Again, not trying to say that I've got like issues or anything, but there was parts in it where I felt so sad for the girl. I just thought, nobody understands her. Yeah. And as you kind of progress towards the end, it kind of feels a bit like an acid trip. It's great. It really gets the mind ticking, you know. There will be some people that watch it and they're kind of like, oh, I don't understand it. But it's like, yeah, you won't understand it if you're not like a deep thinking person who appreciates art. Sorry. Okay, next one is Mother. Top notch. It's got Jennifer Lawrence in, so you know it's going to be a good film. If you don't like the film, you can just look at her and yeah. Again, it's very, very artistic, it's very cinematic, the cinematography is beautiful. I do believe that you have to have patience to kind of get into it. It's not going to be all guns blazing and crazy, or, well, I've said too much. It takes a good while to kick in. If you like action, it will happen, but not straight away. You have to watch the storyline, you have to pay attention. No scrolling on your phone whilst you're watching this, otherwise you will not enjoy this film. The first time that you watch it, you're kind of taken back and you're like, what the hell? Then you kind of read the reviews and you see what other people's theories are, and then you watch it again, and then because you know what happens, you can watch it again and you'll be like, oh yeah, that makes sense because that's connected to that and that's connected to that. Shit. So yeah, I do believe that this is probably going to be a cult favourite. Yeah. Okay, next one is Annihilation. This film is so artistic. The film is a work of art. The only way that I could describe it is like an apocalypse film, only most apocalypse films are quite dingy and horrible and the aftermath is all nasty. This is kind of like the apocalypse if it was to explode into a beautiful mountain of colours and visual art. It's kind of like heaven, but it's not. If you like visuals and aesthetics and things that are beautiful and artistic, you have to watch this film. It's incredible. It's also in the horror genre, so it has its moments where you're like, oh my god. But then the ideas that were put into this film, some of it you're just left speechless. There were some great minds behind this film. Also, the bit towards the end, it's almost like a music video. It's like an alien music video. Okay, so we're on to the last one. If you don't watch any of the films that I've listed before, this one, I really, really feel like everyone needs to watch this right now. This is crazy. Okay, so the next film is called Await Further Instructions. I found this on Netflix literally last night. It was made in 2018. Key point there. Let me read you the synopsis. A family's tense reunion turns terrifying when they get trapped in their home by an unknown force, and sinister commands begin appearing on their TV. Well, I read that and I just thought, I need to watch that. That's going to be interesting. I watched the trailer and I thought, yeah, I'm definitely watching that. I was so excited. I know that everyone's talking at the moment about, what's that film? Contagion. And people think that Contagion is strangely similar to what's going on right now. Yeah, this film, this is something else. It's a British film, which is always quite weird for me to watch because everyone has the same kind of accent as me, and it's just weird to know that it was made locally. It's like, ooh. So this film is in the horror kind of So this film is in the horror genre. I used to watch a lot of horrors when I was younger. I don't anymore. There is a little bit of violence in this, so just be warned. But it's not ferociously gory or, well, it's not going to be like Hostel or anything, so rest assured. You can tell that it is quite, not massively low budget, but it's not a big budget bore. You can look past all of that because the message behind this film far outweighs it. The film highlights something that's very prevalent at the moment. As you know by the synopsis, it's talking about people being locked in their homes and following the instructions they hear from the television. It highlights just how crazy some people can be and how some people will go as far as to completely betray their family and friends, all because of some message that's being put through the TV. The human brain is very malleable and it's very easily manipulated. I personally am very, very interested in psychology, and I'm just going to say this: when you hear something repeated constantly, just be aware that that is a psychological method that people use to control others. But you know, I'm not slating any TV companies or anything, I'm just kind of making an observation. This film gets absolutely crazy towards the end. Props to all the team that created this. I understand the message that they were trying to put across on this, and the way it was delivered was just... I'd definitely make sure to watch this before Netflix takes it off for whatever reason. Thanks so much for watching the video. I hope that I've came up with some good film ideas that you haven't heard of before. I didn't want to just put all of the mainstream films up because everybody's pretty much watched them, so what's the point? If you have watched any of these films or you'd like to recommend one for me to watch, please comment down below because we're all looking for stuff to watch, let's be honest. Please like, subscribe and hit the notification bell. It really, really helps me. That would be absolutely fantastic. And I'll see you in the next video. Love you, bye!